randoms keep getting jobs. Don't worry about it. I'm going to say, I can't wait to say it. I love it. I love it. Go. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Not Bland Show. And this is a special, a NBA special. And I have in the building with me Timmy B. But before we get to him, we're going to go ahead right now and thank our sponsors. Our sponsor, Drag Race Bracket Bonanza. Look, it's free. It is a fun game. It's just like playing NCAA brackets. You don't even have to know anything about drag racing. All you have to do is sign up at dragracebracketbonanza.com and play. It's that simple. That simple. Now, the NBA conference finals are here. We had game one with the Indiana Pacers and Celtics. And to talk about all of this stuff is my guy and host of the Sometimes podcast or show. It is my guy,
yes,
Timmy
sir.
B. What's going on, my friend?
What's happening? What's happening, DJ? Hey, man, everything's lovely, man. Just glad to be back on the show, man. You know, I just want to start off, man. That's my first time seeing your intro to the show. And, you know, being the NFC East rival, man, you just had to have a highlight against the Cowboys and the Commanders, man. You just had to have one. And, you know, and it'll only, and it's not any better way to have that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's just straight up NFC East rivalry. You already know, man. Shouts out to that though, man.
Yes,
well,
sir.
yeah, we're in basketball season now, man. We in playoff mode, man. And finals mode. Matter of fact, finals mode. Yes, sir.
Yes. And game one of Boston and the Indiana Pacers was one heck of a game all the way to the end, went it into overtime. You know, we talked about it earlier on the show on Tuesday about the Pacers. I have the Pacers winning this series, but man, did they show inexperience by turning the ball over late and keeping the Celtics in this game.
Yes, I would definitely say that. You know, you can see the experience that Boston has, and you can see the inexperience that Indiana had towards the end of that game. You know, Boston played, you know, tremendous defense down the stretch and caused those turnovers, you know, to allow themselves to get back in the game. So, you know, Indiana definitely has to get that addressed towards the end of the game, because you've seen how the Pacers were pretty much taking the lead, and they were at a pretty much decent lead before the game was even over. So, you know, the way that the turnovers happen, and the missed opportunities on the offensive end and down the stretch for Indiana really cost them. So I would definitely say it's the experience that Boston had versus the inexperience, because that defense that Boston played was how you get back into the game and finish it.
Exactly.
And, you know, and then the plus not double overtime, but overtime, you know, allowed that to happen when you allow those shots, second chance points and rebounds.
Yeah, it really hurt them down the stretch. I do believe, though, and we talked about this with my guy Ray Jeezy, that I believe that the Pacers, though, have a better bench, and I do believe that they are better coached in as far as the teams go. Tonight, they play. They're going to be starting. If not, they have not already started already. Do you feel like
they just started? I'm watching it.
Do you feel like this is a must-win for the Pacers? Does this series get away from them if they lose 2 in Boston?
Well, it depends on how they lose this particular game. If it comes down to a loss, I'll say how would it be coming down to the loss. But Pacers have to win this game to get the momentum back going back home, because going down 2-0 going back home is going to be tough. But I know that the Pacers home record, how they've been playing during the playoff run, they've been playing very well at home too. Like all these home court advantage has been taken, they've been taking advantage of them for some of these games. So, you've seen it with the Knicks, when they got to force a game 7, and how that went, and the same with the other game 7s on the Western Conference. So Pacers have to just they have to win this game. I would say they have to, and I think they do. I think they do today, because I was looking at the last game, and Porzingis is going to be the key factor as to why the Pacers are going to win this game, because he's out again today. He's not
Yeah.
playing. They're saying they're gonna get him back next game for the Indiana road game. So it depends on if they take advantage of that, because Horford is coming off the bench to start. You know what I mean? I
Yes.
mean, as far as I know, or is he? Because I'm not. Is he already a starter? Because I don't watch Boston like
Um,
that. Because
I think
was he
well, he has started. Like he's playing 39
right?
minutes, so he's definitely starting.
Right, starting.
Um,
Yeah, I
so
would think
yeah,
that's due to Porzingis' injury, though.
yes, I do too.
If I'm not mistaken.
I
But
do too.
yeah, that plays a part for the Pacers to take advantage of, because their bench, like you're saying, they have a very solid bench to where that's very possible.
Yeah. Now I'll ask you this. Now many, and I've heard other media pundits say that yes, the Pacers are 6-0, but they played against teams that ended up having injuries, and you know that's why they went 6-0 at home. Do you agree with that?
I would, yeah, because you got to strike while the iron is hot. It's to the point where injuries, anybody who is missing the game for something, load management or whatever, you got to take advantage of that.
Yes.
So with the Pacers, the way they play in their momentum, they've taken advantage of it in some of those games, especially against the Knicks, because of Julius Randle.
Yes.
When Julius Randle, I mean, that could have made a totally different series if Julius Randle was available for the Knicks.
I
And then
agree.
same with Porzingis in this run. You know, they're not at their strengths. Boston is not at their strengths. So, you got to strike while the iron is hot. Take advantage of that, because it could be their last run into the finals right here. Because if Porzingis gets back and starts a whole different type of game, now you got to make adjustments. Coach got to do this and that. Rotate these players. So it's definitely got to strike now.
Now, something that bothers me about the Celtics, and it's Jason Tatum's inconsistencies. Um, in big moments, at times he tends to come up missing. Uh,
Mhm.
yes, he had 36 points in the first game winning, but
Mhm.
I need him to be. I need him to take the next step and be able to take over the game, because I think in these four teams here,
Hmm.
there's going to be some faces of the league that come from this. Um, and now I think everybody believes that the Celtics, this is their championship to lose,
Right.
basically. Um,
Right.
he's got to come up big in those big moments consistently. You cannot be
Exactly.
coming out and coming up missing here. And I'll say the same thing for
Exactly.
Jalen Brown too. There's times
Right.
where you kind of fall short in those big moments. I also believe if it wasn't for the turnovers for the Indiana Pacers, that they lose that first game.
Most definitely. I would also like to add with that, for Jason Tatum, his the way that he's been playing in the league for those for these years, and the chance that he has should be right now. Take
Right.
advantage of this chance now, because it's not. I don't think it's going to get any easier for Boston.
I don't either.
After this season, it will be definitely probably it would definitely be a tough road for them. But yeah, Jason Tatum needs to I would say, just buckle down and become Kobe at one point, man. Take the ball over, man.
Yeah,
Shoot the ball like you need to shoot the ball. Play defense, and just keep his head in the game because I think this is his chance. But of course, I am a Laker fan, so I don't want him to do too much to get this
true.
18th. I need to stay at 17. You know what I mean? So but if you want me to get to that, yeah, Jason Tatum, he just needs to step it up just a little more and become that leader that the Celtics and everybody else knows he can. And Missoula definitely knows it. Like that's the youth right there. He can reach. I'm pretty sure he can reach Jason Tatum because they've had history together over these last few years of getting into the finals. So
Yes.
it's just a matter of how Jason Tatum goes and his mindset is because that's what will win him the game.
Most definitely. It is
Mhm.
16-15 in the first quarter, and it's on ESPN. So if you want to check that out, that's where it
Oh
is, and it
yeah,
should be an
oh yeah,
excellent game. Now to
yeah.
the
They're keeping
Dallas,
it close right now.
yes, sir. Now to the
Yeah,
Dallas
yeah.
and Minnesota Timberwolves game, and this thing here was also close. I think this is.
Mm,
I think we got four of the best teams left. Legitimately, four of the best teams left. Another close one. Dallas wins 108-105. I still
all
believe
right.
this could be an opportunity. I still do believe that the Timberwolves have an opportunity to win this thing, but with the way that Kyrie is playing, you got Luca playing pretty well. The
All right.
defense is going to be the deciding factor with this series. What are your feelings on this
Mm.
series?
For me, this series is going 7 games, man.
Me too. I'd say the same.
And okay, 7 games, and as of I don't know who's gonna win that game, man. But I have to see how the Minnesota responds. But
Yeah,
I am going I am going for the youth right now over experience because I want to see Anthony Edwards
me
get
too.
to the finals. But and that's what another thing that lacked with this game one was the experience beat the youth again because you've seen Anthony Edwards didn't even score a point until like late in the fourth quarter in the second half, and
Yeah,
he started late,
he
and
only had
that
19 points.
right, and that was a quiet 19. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't
Yeah,
even a 19 that you can say that was like a solid 19 because he had to guard Kyrie.
yeah,
He had to chase Kyrie. He got tired. He was getting tired. I mean,
yeah,
because exactly exactly what Kyrie was gonna do was play into the hands of play into the words of what Ann said. I'm gonna be guarding Kyrie, so it's gonna be interesting. I'm gonna see how it is. And Kyrie was like, okay, yeah, challenge. You know what I'm saying? He
exactly.
was like, challenge. He's like, all right, let's go. And Kyrie gave him the business, and they won by 3 points. And you've seen, experience at times, and of course, you got the endurance. Ant just got tired, man. You just saw
Yeah,
it at the end of the game. Ant got tired. If he started early, like his counterparts, McDaniels was killing from that outside.
he
He had
was.
26, if I'm mistaken, like 26 points.
He had
Uh,
24
24. Okay.
points. He was
Yeah.
knocking them down. He was 66.7% from three.
Right. Right. And that's what was needed for that game one. He set the
Indeed.
tone. You know what I'm saying?
Indeed.
And for AE not to follow up with that and give him a little bit of help, you
Yeah.
know, during the first half, or even the second half, it started that
Yes.
third quarter, to score a little more because Cat did his thing. Gobert was doing his. Nas Reed, of course. And he started kind of shaky too. Nas Reed was a little shaky, but he came to towards the end of the game, and
Yeah.
he had to play some good defense against Gafford and the PJ down there knocking down shots, and people was just stepping up. The experience was there.
And 28-3, 28-3. Well, I mean, if he had 28 to 30 points, is what I'm trying to say for Anthony
Right.
Edwards,
Right.
we're talking about a win. And that's all he needed to do. And that pedestrian
Ah.
period was
Uh-huh.
not good.
Yeah. Yeah. That messed up a whole lot, like as far as
Yes.
chemistry and as far as rhythm and momentum. Like it was a stagnant at one point because Luca came down and just had a 7-point run on his own three threes and a free throw.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Or 2 threes and a free throw. It's like, and that was that swing right there in that third quarter to where there was no points being produced, and that's what got Dallas momentum back in the game.
Yeah.
I
Our
see that
guy
3
here.
free throw things at the bottom. Yeah,
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
This is my guy, Ryan
That's another
Elliott.
one. What up,
Ryan
Ryan?
Elliott is half of the crew chief duties on Sean Reed's Top Fuel Dragster. And he says, how about
Okay.
the Pacers had 3 free throws for the entire game before overtime? Oh, Lord. You need a special
Yes.
guest. I'm in.
That hey, and then that was one thing too. I forgot to add. I
Yeah,
mean, of course,
very
I don't like to,
lopsided.
when I play a game of basketball, because I'm like, I come from a competitive background, a basketball background, and my
Right.
pops was my coach. God rest his soul. And he always told us when we play, like, take the refs out of the equation. It's like if they call a foul, you can't change it. Like, just keep playing your game and
Right.
and don't look for no fouls to get called.
Right.
But in this sense, you're at home, you're gonna get that. I always say the same thing. It's like, oh, you at home. When something like
Yep.
that happens, you get those free throws, like, oh, he at home. I ain't gonna worry about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll
Yeah.
just go ahead and play through it. Like if it's something like that, if I, when I was in my competitive state, or even just watching games here on TV, I'm like, oh, they at home, they gonna get that call.
Right.
And that's the thing. You play into the refs' hands, and you keep complaining about calls. The refs know, and they know they get personal, not too personal, but they remember things you say to them. They remember
Mm-hmm.
the things that you did. So if you just take them out the equation and play your game, I don't think those calls would be the same. Because I mean, if you look in, of course, this is playoffs entertainment. You're gonna sell the call. So
Yeah.
this entertainment, sell the
Yes.
call. Yeah, I get
Yes.
it. I understand it.
Yeah.
But
I
yeah,
do agree.
good point, Ryan. Good point, man.
The officiating does need to it needs to be a little better, but you have a great point there, Timmy. If you don't worry about the call, and I think that's what happens to a lot of guys. They see that they're not getting the call, and then you start complaining, and then you start, now you go up and you go up to the basket and you drive to the basket and you throw up a shot, and because you don't get the call, you're going and
Yeah,
you allow a fast
exactly.
break. You allow a fast break. You're out of position. There's no three. It's a 5 on or 3-on-1 or whatever the case may
Right,
be because you
right.
guys are complaining about a call and then they score again.
Yeah, and it's a shot that you normally do not attempt. Like, it's something that
Yes.
you're not concentrating on, really focusing to get that,
Right.
right angle. You're just wanting to throw up the shot to hopefully that you get a call.
Yeah.
And that's what a whole lot of players, fall into. They fall
Mm-hmm.
into that, and like it gets out of hand like that to where those fouls get called. The whistle
Agreed.
gets blown a lot because, like I said, some of them sell the call, and depending on who the ref is and if they want to call it, it's all about up to the individual at that point.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Um, I really in this Timberwolves series, I think the
Mhm.
Timberwolves have the ability, but I'm going with the Dallas Mavericks here. I think both series go to 7 games.
Okay.
Both teams
Yeah.
are all 4 of these teams on the Eastern Conference and Western Conference are very much, I say, evenly matched. It's really going to come down to coaching, and it's going to come down to whose
Right.
bench is more consistent. And
Right.
and 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 your big 2 or big 3, how consistent they are going to be. Like we talked about, Ant-Man being basically a pedestrian 19 points. You can't have that
Yeah.
from one of your big time stars in a game in the conference playoffs. These are the best of the best now. If you come up and you don't show up and show out, you get beat and sent home.
And that's the bottom line. Straight up. And like to add with that, the bench always has to play a factor in any win in basketball. Like I always say that, like if bench mob come to play, you're gonna have a long night of just scoring, if you on the opposite side. So, bench mob, that bench, I would say is to Dallas's advantage. They do have a stronger bench when it comes to that. 6 man of the year, Nas Reed over there in Minnesota, I would say that's all they have. And if you really want to get the other ones involved, I mean, it's not really too much on the Minnesota side. I can say that can contribute as much as the Dallas Mavericks side.
Yeah.
You got Dante Exum on the other side. You got who is I don't what is it is Maxi Kleber coming back? Because I was seeing something about Cleaver was supposed to have been out for this first game.
Yeah.
And then you got Tim Hardaway Jr.
Yeah.
They got scorers. You know what I'm saying? And
They do.
yeah, they got people who could score.
They
And
do.
and
That's
that
why I
comes
like
with
them better.
experience.
That's why I like them
Yeah,
better. And with
yeah,
Kyrie playing as well as he is, and with those guys they have on the bench, I think in a long series like that, that's going to play a big role. They're not as
most
deep
deaf,
in Minnesota with their
most
bench as
deaf.
far as consistency goes.
Yeah, yeah. Especially with slow mo over there, Ryan Anderson. He's not that. He is so slow. Like he's really slow, but his game is effective. But you're
Yeah,
saying it's not consistent. Like
right.
you don't know what you're gonna get from slow mo. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
He'll give you like a good like 15 to 17, and then next time he'll only give you like 2 or 3 points. And he'll work on assists, or he'll just do rebounds and do the intangibles. But you know the advantage definitely is gonna go to Dallas with the scoring and the shooting.
Uh, since everybody knows who I picked earlier this week, out of this series, who you think wins this? If you had to pick one,
The one we watching now, or the Mavs and
we'll start. We'll start
oh,
with the Mavs
we'll
and
start
the
we'll start with Mavs.
Timberwolves.
Okay. Oh man, if I had to pick one, man, right now it'd have to be Dallas. It'd have to be Dallas.
Yeah,
I know I want Minnesota to win because of the youth. I
right.
want AE. I want AE to be the next man up. For the league. But you still got the two best 1-2 punch in the game with Kyrie and Luca,
Yeah,
on the Western Conference. That 1-2 game is sick.
it
So
is.
yeah. I'd have to just say Dallas, bro. And then for the Pacers,
Yeah.
we're gonna go for this Pacers in Indiana. Of course, man, I just put it like this, man. I'm rooting for anybody except Boston.
Hey, as a fellow Laker fan, I feel you. Yeah, I'm not interested in them getting another championship. Like I said, it is their championship to lose, but I really
Yeah.
strongly feel with what the Pacers bring to the table, the completeness of their bench and their
Mhm.
starting lineup. I think with the coaching, I think they have the coaching edge. If they
Yeah.
get, I don't even
Yeah.
think it matters if they win tonight. Like you said, it's how they. If they don't win, it's how they
That's
lose
how they
tonight.
lose.
So
Right.
I
Right.
definitely think that the Pacers have a really good shot of getting to the NBA Finals and
Yeah.
sending Boston home, which as Laker fans we really would like to see.
Oh man, we would love that. We would love that, man. Like that would be like the most beautiful thing, and for it to be, a underdog, especially a 60. That's close to that damn near how the Warriors did Utah that one year back when BD was on the Warriors. That'll be just equivalent to that for me. I love it.
Indeed,
I love it.
indeed.
And then yeah, I'm just gonna go out straight out and say, yeah, keep it at 17. Shouts out to Indiana. Halliburton, man, we just gonna need you to be Reggie Miller in like this whole series, bro. All right, you just gonna
Yeah.
need you to be Reggie Miller. That's it.
Well, Timmy, tell them
So,
where
man.
they can find you at. Tell them what you got going on.
Oh man, first off, you can find me at It's Timmy B on Instagram and Twitter with a Z at the end, ITZ Timmy B. And also you can add the Sometimes Show on your Instagram. It's underscore the Sometimes Show underscore. And it'll be coming soon. I'll be starting next month. I'll be talking about anything sports, entertainment, music, some of the cannabis, because, I'd like to get down and do that. Anybody who want to do that or, listen to my show, just tune in, man. Follow the page. It'll be coming real soon, man. I'm going to be working on it. And also, too, I got my T-shirt line, Sometimes Tees. I'm doing it all, man. Trying to do a lot, man. Everything is on my Instagram, on my It's Timmy B page, man. So just follow up on my Instagram and Twitter, man. I'm going to be talking a whole lot. Shouts out to DJ. Thank you again, man. I appreciate this, bro.
No problem. No problem.
Much love to you, bro. Thank you.
No problem.
Yeah,
right,
sir.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Yeah, man. Hey, man. Anytime, brother. I'll be seeing you soon. You already know. Sir. Hey, yo, man. I just want to go out and say this, man. I'm on the West Coast, so you already know we bumping over here.
Yeah.
They not like us, baby.
They not like us.
You already know, man. Shouts out to Kendrick, sir. Man. West Coast, baby. Yeah, man. Oh, man. Right, much love. All right, man. Peace.
That's Timmy B. Man, what a great show. We just wanted to talk to the NBA, and I wanted to have somebody that really knows the game talk with us. Again, support our sponsor. It is Drag Race Bracket Bonanza. It is definitely something you need to get into. It is free, and you can win cool prizes. I'm telling you. So for the past race, Route 66 Nationals, they had a 50th anniversary die cast of John Force. John Force car. Come on, man. You got to get involved with this game. Shout out to Pete for sponsoring Drag Race Bracket Bonanza for the Route 66 Nationals. I know there will be more to come. So be a part of it. The league code is in the ticker. The Not Bland Show League is in the ticker. So come on in. It's still early. We haven't even gotten through the second quarter of the regular season yet. And again, you don't even need to know anything about drag racing. Again, thank you so much for watching the show. We will be off next Tuesday, as I will be going home for a little bit. And we'll be back in 2 weeks. I'll throw something out there and let you know what the guests are. For the Not Bland Show, I'm Dujanay Bland, powered by SportsJourney.com and Everything Nitro, and as we stated, sponsored by Drag Race Bracket Bonanza. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, we're out of here.